Hi again. I'll pop in occasionally during this video and try to explain what's happening on the screen. A lot of the footage is honestly just me previewing the animation and then making small changes, so I won't be explaining everything. If anything's unclear, feel free to leave a question in the comments and I'll do my best to help. I didn't record this bit, but you'll notice there's also a pink cube. That was me just experimenting with something. The pink cube has a little bit of delay applied. Here I'm just setting the chest pins to use the motion from the pink cube instead, so that they have some delay applied compared to the rest of the torso. One thing that I failed to mention in the shorter tutorial is that you can apply multiple sources of delay to the same objects. So you can see there's multiple tabs on the delay window. That's just showing what the parent is, and I can apply, say, like the X value from one object and then the Y value from the other. This is super useful if you want to split up the dimensions like I did with the controller.
I pitch black Chevy antique, I was 17. I ain't had nothing but some teas and a pair of jeans. Pine trees, but it smelled like weed in the front seat. It was en route to being famous and everything. White keys, cause she's way too major for everything. I wanna be a part of it. What you got going on isn't as sad as you make it out to be. I wanna be mad, but you take it out of me. 1995 teens in the Florida breeze. Ice cream, she was so sweet before everything. Tight squeeze, trying to fit me in your everyday, but you never came. The world is moving, we were never meant to stay, but I was working on the world. I guess I thought that if I gave you what I had, I guess I thought that it would work. I never knew my G's in these Prada jeans, mismatching with my Celine's, king of everything. Fifth stack coming in this week, I bought everything. Dispatching with all the G's, pull up, wreck the scene. White tees, rocking James P in your limousine. Want this, so want that, I feel my heart inside my back. I made a point of being tagged, and you don't even keep it wholesome with me. You were singing those songs with me. This movie we were never meant to stay, but I was working on the world. I guess I thought that if I gave you what I had, I guess I thought that it would work. I never knew. Oh, it was because of you. I never knew. I guess I never knew.
Here I'm just creating another controller for the hair. I want to give it a bit of sway and I'm going to use a controller for that. I could really use the existing controller I have, but I don't know. I was experimenting. You can see the bounce script in action here. It kind of hits the end point and then bounces a little back and forth. And I thought that could give me a cool look for the hair. this is, I kind of thought this was all kind of one piece of hair, so I figured I'd animate it together. This is multiple layers, but what I've done is draw a mask around all of it, which will, if you draw a mask and then you apply the puppet tool, it will use the mask as the mesh. So you can kind of define your own mesh for things like this. I'm setting it up just on one layer to start, but I'm gonna, once it's all set up, I will copy the mask and the pins to the other layers. Still setting it up on the first layer though. Okay, now I am copying the puppet and the mask to the other layers, which will, I can then parent back to the original layer. So any changes I make on the base layer, the other hair layers will also get affected, and now they are all essentially linked together. And they still maintain the benefits of being on separate layers, like I can layer them differently, but they're all using the same motion. Here I noticed in the source art, her hair on the left there goes behind her shoulder, and right now it's in front of it. So I'm just going to create a mask and duplicate the layer and then swap the mask, and I'll put the duplicate under the body so it's behind it. And since I just duplicated it, it has the same motion as the top layer. And yeah, that's how I solved the layering issue for that piece of hair. For the main bunch of hair that I animated a second ago, I also have a bit of a layering issue. The top pieces of hair need to go in front of her face, and the giant back piece of hair needs to go behind her body. To fix that, I am just gonna create two compositions. one's gonna have everything that goes behind her body, and one's gonna have everything that goes in front of her body. So I'm creating the one for, it should be in front of her body. I need to reverse the mask here. So that will go in front of her body, and then I'll duplicate the composition, drag it in, and throw that behind the body. And then in the duplicated composition, I'll just reveal only the parts that will go behind her body. And that's our layering issues solved. For blinks, I have previously animated them with puppet pins, but recently I've just been drawing the 2 frames that I need because honestly it's faster. I was thinking about doing some eye animation, that's why I've split the eyes up into so many pieces, but nothing I was making was looking good, so I kind of just scrapped that. Setting it up this way is not good if you want to do like a slow blink or a wink. If you want to have more control of the eyes, you should set them up with puppet pins. But I'm just gonna use a simple blink. It's not gonna change speed or anything. So this was enough for my purposes.